If there's anything that I can say confidently, it's that no one wants to be rejected. Being in a scenario where you've made yourself vulnerable just for someone to shut you down immediately is one of many ways to simulate the Ray and nephew burn in your chest without drinking a drop of alcohol. However, when it comes to people pleasing, pain is felt when you're the one dishing the rejection, not the one taking it. We've all been there. Someone is politely requesting something from us with a widened smile and a glimmer of expectation in their eyes. Before receiving any permission from your brain, your breath is already drawn and your mouth is already open to say, yes, I'll do it, it's fine, like, so happy to help. Like one idiot. Afterwards, you reenact the scenarios in your head using the responses that you wanted to give. These responses remain imaginary. After all, the chances that you had to give them already followed time as it was passing by. It may feel obligatory to say yes to something when the general vibe you're having about it screams for a no. So, that being said, today's topic is dealing with rejection, except we're the rejectors, not the rejected. Part 1. The why. Why can't we just say no? I watched a TED Talk recently called The Art of Saying No by Kenny Ngoyen. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, I promise I'm not racist. Big man thing. Anyways, he covered how our relationship with the word no developed from our caregivers and governs our approach with how we relate to it later on in life. Frequently being on the receiving end of a parent's no to various requests that we had resulted in an innate feeling of sensitivity towards rejection. A yes, therefore, by default, is an antidote to rejection and a reclamation of authority over our lives. However, this sense of authority gets twisted. As life progresses, the grey area between a yes and a no expands like the gap between a bridge as it lifts to allow ships to pass through. The river's strong currents flow in favour of the yes side. Perhaps a manager at work asks you to take on more tasks despite your plate being full. You really want that promotion, don't you? Suppose your friend is struggling mentally and needs you to be there for them despite their burdens being flung onto the pile of your own hidden internal dilemmas. You can't possibly let a friend suffer in silence. Scenarios like these leave you at a crossroads. You can say no and suffer the path of guilt that eventually leads to peace of mind, or say yes and spare everyone's feelings but your own. Surprising amount of people feel inclined to choose the latter. Part 2. Consequences. The detriments of being a yes man. Every airport has a baggage check. Queues of impatient travellers wrap around the building, increasing in length as though God is on a Nokia brick playing a game of Snake using humans. Suitcases swiftly ride through the mystery box detector like they're having a cheeky stop at the corner shop. You must enter the gaping mouth of a human metal detector and allow staff to rigorously search your luggage before even sniffing a boarding pass. One day, something changes. A Slack worker allows a 150 milliliter bottle to pass through the system when 100 milliliters was strictly the limit. This seemingly insignificant mistake invokes a ripple effect. The guy who sets up the metal detector forgets to plug it in, and the only thing it detects now is the number of people freely passing through its legs. Damn, that's crazy. The conveyor belt breaks down, and luggage is no longer scanned. With no one caring to fix it, now you can bring whatever you dream of. A man with no passport snatches a boarding pass and proceeds to make himself comfortable in the lounge. I would do, to be honest, can't lie. The deterioration of the airport security symbolizes how not being able to say no breaks down your boundaries. All the travelers in this imaginary scenario are probably delighted at the hassle-free prerequisite to their flight. However, can't talk today, you know. However, beneath the excitedness, there's confusion because this is not the norm. In real life, as it pertains to saying no, this means that people will be happy for you to be their yes puppet, but lose respect for you at the same time. In colloquial terms, they're taking you. So, people pleasers, please wake up. Part 3. The when. How will I know when to say no? I don't really say no much in professional environments because I try my best to try everything within reason as I'm still in the learning phase. But I still always ask myself the questions: is it compulsory? Is it essential to my goals? Will I enjoy this? And what is the purpose? If the answers to those questions don't look too good, that unfortunately I will have to decline. Sorry, on this occasion. Email will be sent rather swiftly. If you don't know what your goals are yet, giving a yes to everything new is perfect. However, if your goals are determined, going to every networking event, every online class, and watching every podcast without real reasoning to do so is mostly a waste of time. In my opinion, don't come for me. Personal situations are where I find the most difficulty in saying no, because it's no longer solely a brain decision. Your heart and context get caught in the midst. No matter the situation, your gut feeling will always be consistent when it's time to say no. It's not always easy to follow through 100% of the time. I still personally have to force myself to follow my own advice, but it never fails when I do. To conclude, I have failed at being the rejector many times in my life, and 9 times out of 10 when I do things that I did not want to do initially, it wasn't worth it. Many a time I've had to drag myself out of the people pleasing. And if there's anything that I've learned in this life, it's that being a yes man makes everyone happy except for you. And I don't know about you, but my happiness matters. Never treat yours as less than anyone else's. Until next time, Alicia, the adult.